What's up, guys? Heliclash back here with another Lineage 2 Revolution video. We just had the August update. There's some cool new stuff in here we're going to cover. We're going to talk about the events, and then the big thing we're going to talk about is the equipment codex, how it works, and then maybe what your strategy should be on whether you should be working on that or you should be working on your UR. So let's dive in to the events first. There's the Tower of Insolence event, which basically you just have to clear 15 levels out of the 20. You don't have to do them daily. You can do them all at once and collect them. If you're struggling with the Tower of Insolence, a couple things besides your standard buffs and feasts and that kind of thing is if you wait for the Magneton buff in the garden, that gives you a buff against normal monsters and an attack speed buff, and it'll make you much more effective in the Tower of Insolence, even if you don't have a great normal weapon. So that's the pro tip on the Tower of Insolence. If you're struggling, wait till that buff that somebody pops. Go to their Magneton, collect the buff. You got 30 minutes to work on the Tower of Insolence, and that'll make you breeze right through it. The other event is for the clan. Basically, you get these crowns for checking into the clan, for donating 30 times, participating in clan dungeons, participating in helping clan dungeons. I'll show you a chart here in a little bit, but basically so you get these crowns from doing your own dungeons, and the dungeon helps are worth 2 points, so buying things in the dungeon, those all add up. And now here's the chart so you can see, but the really important thing is you can see in the chart is that you really want to work on making sure you make all your own clan dungeons, because those are 10 points apiece and they by far add up the fastest. I don't think mathematically it's possible to get all the stuff in this event. So I think prioritize. I think the scroll selection boxes are really good. 5 at a crack, that's a whole bunch of scrolls, so that's good. The Radiant Upgrade Stone selection, decent. And I think, hey, the random R boxes are good for building towards UR and for this event. So those are the 3 I would work on. I'd prioritize probably the, depending on how fast you're getting, how many dungeons you make. But I think the best thing is the selection box scrolls, and then the other 2 are a little bit less, but you can knock those other 2 out and then work on the enhanced scroll selection boxes. So that's my 2 cents on that. So let's dive into the really important thing here, which is the new equipment codex, which is going to add a whole bunch of CP. It's here under the challenges. You got this new section over here. Let's look at it. I've dabbled a little bit. I've collected about 2,500 CP, but we're going to go through it and you can see how it works. Basically, all your gear has 4 sections. You have your levels, like your SR15, SR30, etc. Your enhancements, I think they're plus 10, plus 15, plus 20, 25. And then your attributes, right? That's the the normal monster attributes, the boss attributes, the player attributes. Those, they go up in 2s. And then lastly, your limit breaks. So those are all the things that you work on for getting points, and I'll put together a chart here at the end after we do this so you can see. And it seems like as you go up, the CP grows, right? So like every level is worth a little bit more. So my, this is my elite set of armor, which I have been working on. I don't have a whole lot of attributes on those. A few. I've done a little bit of limit breaking. You can see they have different stats. Some are evasion, HP, critical rate, critical resistance. So you can see as you go through these, look at these, what you have, and you may choose to work on these. Right, differently based on what the stats you want, or maybe just what you get. So I've got all of these SR30, right? So I'm going to get the 15, the 30. None of them are UR yet, so I'm getting the first 2 levels on all of these. Enhanced, right? I'm getting the plus 10 on most of them. I don't have most of these leveled up, so that's my elite set. I literally have nothing on my boss set. So that's something I'll probably work on a little bit, and we'll come back to that. My blue gear, I've got a, all these are SR30. I'm about to UR my headpiece. Attributes, I've got a little bit done on some of these, but they're all enhanced to plus 25. Oh, actually, no, not. Never mind. They're all 20 plus. So I'm going to get the first 3 levels on that. I've limit broken. This one, 36, and the last level is 38, 40. So there's actually all the way to 40 on that. So we're just going to go collect these. We're going to go a little faster. We're not going to dwell on all these. You can see I've been fairly active in my blue gear. Don't forget to scroll down, collect all these red dots. The CP is going up pretty quick. This is actually pretty sweet. It almost needs to be a collect all. And then the red gear I haven't worked on quite as much. But you can see there's a lot of new CP in the game, and this is really going to help. I mean, the whales that have got like the full sets of everything enhanced way up, they're going to gain a ton of CP. So let's see. So it's the armors we've got. Now we're up to about 23,000. So let's work on. So I've just recently started working on my normal weapon. I don't even have it SR15, but I've got it tier 2 attribute, a little bit enhanced. My hunt weapon is pretty much, outside of enhancements, is pretty well maxed out. I've got it all attributed up, and I've got it maxed, limit broke, plus I've got the UR, right? So they're level 40, so I've got a UR 40 attribute there. Just a little bit on the boss weapon, that's something I'm working on. It's SR30 with a little bit of enhancements, no real attributes yet. So you can see here, here's the SR15, SR30. Haven't UR'd that one yet, but it's fully enhanced. So there's the 15, the 20, the 25, and I've actually got all the way to 30, right? So that one's complete. It's fully attributed 8 all the way to 10, so there's 5 levels to these. And it's limit broke all the way. So the only thing we're really missing on the UR on that. And then my red weapons are fully attributed, not limit broke at all, enhanced to 22. So that's completed. Haven't done any limit breaks on that. So that's some opportunity. So I'm 50% of the way. You can see there's kind of a summary, right? I'm 10% on Massacre, 90% Hunt, all I've got is enhancements left. My boss weapon, 20%, Annihilate 85%, which is my PvP, and halfway on the Pierce. So good stuff. And you can see, get a similar summary on this other stuff. We've got nothing on my boss. The other stuff's doing okay. And you can see I've gained 52,000 CP from this. So that being said, we'll look at the chart, all the things you can do here. What I would recommend is keep working on your main stuff. Like, I think it's important to pretty much just work on all the weapons. I think as the game progresses, all these weapons will be valuable. I've heard the normal weapons will be key for gathering supplies for UR jewelry. Obviously, the red weapons are very important in Rift. They're helpful against magical monsters in the elite dungeons, as well as field monsters. Obviously, PvP game, you need your blue as high as you can. Boss weapons are going to help you score loot in your clan dungeons, and against these bigger bosses, world bosses, it's going to be good. That one's probably not as important, but just work on all of those. Keep limit breaking them. I think the main ones you want to keep going all the way. And once you have one max, then you can salvage all those for UR. But obviously, UR is also part of this bonus. So keep grinding. There is no right way to do it, but I think you can pretty easily get all your weapons to SR30 and enhance them to at least 15, if not 20, and get a couple levels of attribute on them. So, and then just kind of mix it up. And once you get one maxed out, then you can just salvage all those for your UR. As far as armors, a little bit, I would say probably just like SR30 armors. I wouldn't spend a lot of time like upgrading them, but if you happen to get a combine to get the new boss weapon or the boss armor or something you're missing, save one of them, chip away at it a little bit, get that. That's just going to add extra CP even when you're not equipping it. So I would say SR15, SR30. Don't worry about limit breaks probably. Maybe do one level of attribute, but that's a much lower priority, and maybe enhance them to 10 or 15. That's pretty easy. It doesn't take a lot of scrolls. So that's what I would say is take the stuff that's easy, get it done, take the CP, and then once you get kind of the easy stuff, focus on the UR, because that's going to be really important. Obviously, the UR gives you the huge bonus of having the UR, but it also gives you the equipment codex bonuses. So hopefully that's helpful, explains it to you. Hopefully the charts were helpful to make good decisions here, and you can see where the CP's at and what you want to do. Enjoy the new equipment codex, enjoy the new CP. Hopefully it makes you a stronger player, better farmer. Thanks for tuning in. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Heliclash.